Megathrust earthquakes are among the most powerful natural events on Earth. They can cause widespread destruction and loss of life. These earthquakes occur in subduction zones where one tectonic plate is forced under another. The energy released during a megathrust earthquake can be enormous. It can trigger tsunamis, landslides, and other secondary disasters. Imagine the ground shaking violently, buildings collapsing, and the sea rising up in massive waves. This is the terrifying reality of a megathrust earthquake. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami is a recent example. It affected many countries and caused immense damage. Understanding why these earthquakes happen can help us prepare better. In this essay, we will explore the reasons behind megathrust earthquakes. We will look at the science of plate tectonics and subduction zones. We will also discuss the risks and safety measures. By the end, you will have a clearer understanding of these powerful natural events. Megathrust earthquakes are the result of tectonic plates colliding. These plates are massive slabs of the Earth's crust. They are constantly moving but very slowly. Sometimes they get stuck at their edges due to friction. When the stress overcomes the friction, a megathrust earthquake occurs. These earthquakes happen at subduction zones. A subduction zone is where one plate slides beneath another. The plate that is forced down is called the subducting plate. The other plate is called the overriding plate. The point where they meet is called the fault line. The energy released during a megathrust earthquake is immense. It can be equivalent to the explosion of many nuclear bombs. This energy travels through the Earth and causes the ground to shake. The shaking can last for several minutes, causing widespread damage. Megathrust earthquakes are different from other types of earthquakes. They are usually stronger and can cause more damage. The shaking is more intense and lasts longer. This is why it is important to understand them and prepare for them. Plate tectonics is the study of the Earth's outer shell. This shell is made up of several large plates. These plates float on the molten rock beneath them. They move very slowly, only a few centimeters each year. But over millions of years they can move great distances. The movement of these plates is driven by forces deep within the Earth. Heat from the Earth's core causes the molten rock to move. This movement creates currents that push the plates around. When plates move, they can collide, pull apart, or slide past each other. When plates collide, one plate is often forced under the other. This process is called subduction. Subduction zones are where megathrust earthquakes occur. The pressure builds up over time as the plates push against each other. When the pressure is released, it causes an earthquake. Understanding plate tectonics helps us understand earthquakes. It explains why they happen and where they are likely to occur. By studying the movement of plates, scientists can predict where future earthquakes might happen. This knowledge can help us prepare and reduce the impact of these events. Subduction zones are areas where two tectonic plates meet. One plate is forced under the other in these zones. The plate that goes under is called the subducting plate. The other plate is called the overriding plate. This process creates a lot of pressure and stress. Subduction zones are found around the edges of the Pacific Ocean. This area is known as the Ring of Fire. It is called this because it has many active volcanoes and earthquakes. Some well-known subduction zones include the Cascadia subduction zone and the Japan Trench. In a subduction zone, the plates are constantly moving, but they don't move smoothly. They get stuck due to friction. When the pressure builds up enough, it is released in a megathrust earthquake. This release of energy causes the ground to shake violently. Subduction zones are also where tsunamis are generated. When a megathrust earthquake occurs, it can displace a large amount of water. This creates a series of large waves that can travel across oceans. These tsunamis can cause even more damage than the earthquake itself. Section 5. Notable megathrust earthquakes in history. History has seen several devastating megathrust earthquakes. One of the most famous is the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake. It had a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3 and triggered a massive tsunami. This disaster affected 14 countries and caused over 230,000 deaths. Another notable megathrust earthquake is the 2011 Tohoku earthquake in Japan. It had a magnitude of 9.0 and also triggered a tsunami. The tsunami caused severe damage to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. This led to a nuclear disaster that affected thousands of people. The 1964 Alaskan earthquake is another example. It had a magnitude of 9.2 and is the second largest earthquake ever recorded. The earthquake caused significant ground shaking and a tsunami. The damage extended over a large area, affecting many communities. These examples show the destructive power of megathrust earthquakes. They can cause widespread damage and loss of life. Understanding these events helps us learn from the past. It also helps us prepare for future earthquakes. Section 6. The potential risks of megathrust earthquakes. Megathrust earthquakes pose several risks. The immediate risk is the violent shaking of the ground. This can cause buildings to collapse and infrastructure to fail. Roads, bridges, and utilities can be damaged, making rescue efforts difficult. Another significant risk is tsunamis. Megathrust earthquakes can displace large amounts of water. This creates waves that can travel across entire oceans. When these waves reach land, they can cause massive flooding and destruction. Landslides are also a risk. The shaking can destabilize slopes and cause landslides. These can bury homes and roads, adding to the destruction. In mountainous areas, landslides can be particularly deadly. There are also long-term risks. Megathrust earthquakes can disrupt communities and economies. The rebuilding process can take years and be very costly. Understanding these risks is crucial for preparedness and response planning. Section 7. How to stay safe during an earthquake. Staying safe during an earthquake requires preparation. One of the best things you can do is to have an emergency plan. Know where to go and what to do when an earthquake strikes. Practice your plan with your family so everyone knows what to do. During the earthquake, remember to drop, cover, and hold on. Drop to your hands and knees to prevent being knocked over. Cover your head and neck to protect yourself from falling debris. Hold on to something sturdy until the shaking stops. If you are indoors, stay away from windows and heavy objects that can fall. If you are outdoors, move to an open area away from buildings and trees. If you are in a car, pull over and stay inside until the shaking stops. After the earthquake, check for injuries and damage. Be prepared for aftershocks, which can occur minutes to days after the main quake. Having a well-stocked emergency kit can also help you stay safe and comfortable until help arrives. Section 8. Preparing for megathrust earthquakes. Preparation is key to surviving a megathrust earthquake. Start by securing heavy furniture and appliances to walls. This can prevent them from falling during an earthquake. Make sure your home is structurally sound and can withstand shaking. Create an emergency kit with essential supplies. Include items like water, food, first aid supplies, and medications. Also, have a flashlight, batteries, and a radio to stay informed. Keep copies of important documents in a safe place. Develop a family emergency plan. Know how to contact each other and where to meet if separated. Practice your plan regularly so everyone knows what to do. Also, learn basic first aid skills. This can be crucial in the aftermath of an earthquake. Stay informed about the risks in your area. Know if you live in a region prone to megathrust earthquakes. Participate in community preparedness programs. Being prepared can make a significant difference in how you and your family cope with an earthquake. Section 9. The role of technology in earthquake preparedness. Technology plays a vital role in earthquake preparedness. Early warning systems can detect the initial signs of an earthquake. These systems can provide valuable seconds to minutes of warning. This can give people time to take cover and reduce injuries. Seismographs are instruments that measure the intensity of earthquakes. They help scientists understand the behavior of earthquakes. This information can be used to improve building codes and construction practices. It can also help in planning emergency responses. Mobile apps can provide real-time information during an earthquake. They can alert you to the earthquake and provide safety tips. Some apps can also help you find loved ones and access emergency services. Social media is another tool for earthquake preparedness. It can be used to share information and updates quickly. During an earthquake, it can help keep people informed and connected. Technology, when used effectively, can save lives and reduce the impact of earthquakes. Section 10. Conclusion. Key points and call to action. Megathrust earthquakes are powerful and destructive. They occur in subduction zones where tectonic plates collide. The energy released during these earthquakes can cause severe damage and trigger tsunamis and landslides. Understanding the science behind these events can help us prepare. History has shown us the devastating impact of megathrust earthquakes. From the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake to the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, the damage can be immense. The risks are significant, but with proper preparation, we can reduce the impact. Staying safe during an earthquake requires knowledge and preparation. Have an emergency plan and kit, secure your home, and know what to do during and after an earthquake. Technology can also play a crucial role in preparedness and response. In conclusion, megathrust earthquakes are a natural hazard we must take seriously. By understanding them and preparing for them, we can protect ourselves and our communities. Take action today to ensure you are ready for the next big earthquake.